Gani Fawehinmi called Atiku thief, said he stole petroleum funds meant for poor Nigerian students in 2007 interview. Flashback. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post hot juicy news updates. Please click on the notification bell. Fawehinmi described the then President Olusegun Obasanjo and Atiku 8-year tenure, which ended in May 2007, as 8 years of self-centered deposition, 8 years of wayo, 8 years of deception, 8 years of creating a few rich people, 8 years of anti-masses programs, 8 years of deliberate junketing all over the world, 8 years of make-believe, 8 years of dictatorship, 8 years of lack of coherent policies, 8 years of so much wealth coming to the hands of government, out of which Nigerians received aggravated poverty and economic pain. In a 2007 interview, the late legal luminary Gani Fawehinmi described the immediate former vice president at the time, Atiku Abubakar, as a thief. Fawehinmi described the then President Olusegun Obasanjo and Atiku's 8 years tenure, which ended in May 2007, as 8 years of self-centered disposition, 8 years of wayo, 8 years of deception, 8 years of creating a few rich people, 8 years of anti-masses programs, 8 years of deliberate junketing all over the world, 8 years of make-believe, 8 years of dictatorship, 8 years of lack of coherent policies, 8 years of so much wealth coming to the hands of a government, out of which Nigerians received aggravated poverty and economic pain. In the interview in which Fawehinmi described Obasanjo as the most corrupt Nigerian, said, if not because of Obasanjo and Atiku rift at the time, Nigerians would not have known about Atiku's corruption. The late legal luminary, who died on September 5, 2009, after a prolonged battle with lung cancer at 71, said in an interview, I am appalled because if not for the feud between him and Atiku, we may never know that Atiku was messing up with the Petroleum Technology Development Fund, PTDF. Obasanjo cannot say he did not know that Atiku was stealing the PTDF, established in 1973, meant for the welfare of our country, by training our brilliant student universities with a fund. A fund meant for the improvement of our petroleum technology, a fund meant to ensure that the sons and daughters of poor parents who have the intellect can engage in research work. But alas, this fund was used not only to pay lawyers, but to establish just one company alone. Now, Atiku dipped his hand into it. Businessman Oyewole Fasowe dipped his hand into it, and Mr. President dipped his hand into it for personal reasons. We want to have the full story of the PTDF and other agencies of government. Last Thursday, Atiku, the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in the 2023 presidential election, thanked Fawehinmi's son for inspiring him to dig into President Bola Tinubu's past. The former vice president lost to Tinubu of the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) in the election. Atiku said this at a World Press Conference in Abuja 2 days after his lawyers, through a United States court, obtained the academic record of Tinubu from the Chicago State University (CSU), which shows discrepancies with what the sitting Nigerian president submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) before the February election. The registrar of CSU, Chicago State University, Caleb Westberg, earlier said that the diploma Bola Tinubu submitted to Nigerian electoral body was not issued by the school. Westberg, however, insisted that the Nigerian president is an alumnus of the school. Though Atiku's case challenging Tinubu's election was dismissed by the Presidential Election Petition Court in September, the People Democratic Party candidate is hoping to use the case of the forged certificate as a strong argument against Tinubu in his appeal to the Supreme Court. Speaking at the conference, Atiku said, and I quote, I wish to pay tribute to the late human rights activist, Chief Gani Fawehinmi's son, who inspired us on this path of discovery. Now he can truly rest in peace in the assurance that what he studied about 23 years ago has come to fruition. Gani vindication today gives credence to the saying that no matter how fast the lie runs, the truth will someday overtake it. Shortly after Atiku's World Press Conference, Omoyele Sowore, the candidate of the African Action Congress in the 2019 and 2023 presidential election, said, Atiku ignored Fawehinmi and let him die a broken man when he, Fawehinmi, exposed Tinubu as a fraud and a certificate forger in 1999. He asserted that the late Fawehinmi was humiliated and his car was smashed, while Atiku then went ahead to form alliances with Tinubu because it suited him and his ilk politically. Somewhere who said this on his verified X, formerly known as Twitter handle, last Thursday, noted Nigeria had been kept down by the size of its evil and selfish opportunists who celebrate crooks and vilify the just among its citizens. He wrote, when late Chief Gani Fawehinmi exposed Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a fraud, a certificate forger, in 1999, he was humiliated. His car was smashed. The Atiku ignored him and he died a broken man. Atiku then went ahead to form alliances with him, Tinubu, because he suited him and his ilk politically. When in 2008, Sahara reporters got hold of his drug for future case in Chicago, the platform was ridiculed and we were threatened. It is the case for those fighting relentlessly and selflessly for the betterment of our society, either as advocates in the temple of justice, journalists, citizens, throwing themselves on the front lines to bring about a sane society. I just read Atiku's press statement today praising Chief Gani Fawehinmi to high heavens for starting this journey of discovery. This, why opposition remains a revolutionary change of political order. #revolution now, he added. Now, are you saying, this is what I'm saying, you see this case concerning both Tinubu and Atiku, don't pick a side. Yes, people are talking about, what's it called? People are actually coming about to talk about Tinubu's certificate forgery. Why? Because this is now waiting the on board. Immediately that issue is solved. I can assure you, immediately that issue is solved. People will now turn to Atiku and say, now we get your time. Now really we get your time. We ain't talking about that now. What we are dealing with is CSC registered disposition and what the Supreme Court will do about it, so do not distract us. My dear, the distraction will come whether you like it or not. This distraction will come. Like I said, it is just like now, everybody's eyes at attention. And if at the end of the day, make we even hear waiting Supreme Court, we even talk on top of this matter. You understand? I have just secured admission to Chicago State University. Are you really serious? Tell us about Chicago University. Nadia Widi, I beg. Are you really serious right now? Let us not shift our focus on what matters most at this crucial moment. Forgery is a serious offense and need not to be swept under the carpet. I'm not saying we should not focus on it, but I'm saying if at the end of the day, they finally do something about the forgery, who is taking, as in, I think we will collect him on. Because that one, he own plenty as well. That is why I'm saying people with the pick size for among these politicians. And a time not a waste. Alright, on this note, you have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.